the focus to a lot of things that are coming. Talk about the big league in Uganda, and then you talk about the Uganda Premier League in Uganda. Of course, a lot that is coming through. Right there, Benson is with me, and of course, my name is Owen Ezaga. For you, probably who may have just jetted in newly. Benson, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Owen Ezaga. Good afternoon, the viewer. Like you have said, the focus now turns to the domestic leagues we have in the world, not only in Uganda, but also in Europe. Unfortunately, in the due course of the international break, some of the players, of course, sustained nasty injuries, and of course, it's going to keep them for a longer period of time. For a longer period of time, for some of the clubs, more especially the injuries sustained by Junior Neymar. But we'll be talking about that one. What you only do is just stay next to your screen, and the channel, of course, will have to be that one of Westnile TV as we break for you the contents.
Now, of course, a couple of games are starting right there. Now, today is first of all, let's start with the Uganda Premier League games that are coming today, and of course, the games that are also coming into the contest tomorrow, and other games that are coming into the due course of the week. Of course, one of the biggest is the one we talked about in length yesterday, but of course, still. You would see that it was yesterday was Coach Mbabazi's birthday, and he's coming in this. What does that mean for him as a coach?
If he is very serious, of course, it has to come with a success, because it has not stayed for a longer period of days. Just a day, it has only lasted a day. That means he has to put something for the Congolese Royal Sports Club. In fact, he has to celebrate his birthday with a win for the team of Royal Sports Club. The good thing is the weight of the team. As I said yesterday, they are meeting tonight, whereas this evening is not all that a very big team in terms of the quality of the players they possess, and you compare it with the quality of the players Royal is having. And the birthday to me has come at a right time, where, of course, not on the Parakara, the Royal Sports Club, of course, needs a win. Now the question is, can he be in person to celebrate the birthday with a win for the team of Royal Sports Club? Is actually what I'm looking forward to see tonight up against Gaddafi. Gaddafi, I also remember in one of the words you said yesterday, is also just like a Royal Sports Club that has never won any game, not even picking any point. This time they're also looking forward to see that they pick out the point as a win against the team of Royal Sports Club. But as we discussed yesterday, the pedigree, everything is favoring the team of Royal Sports Club. Though you look at the table standing right now, it's favoring the team that's Gaddafi. Matches, they all sit in the red carpet in the relegation zone, but the team Gaddafi is slightly ahead of the team of Royal Sports Club. But celebrating the birthday yesterday, if he's serious, if he's going to be very, very tactical enough in the touchline, he can celebrate it with a win over the team of Gaddafi.
Now, of course, a very big one. Two sides, or both of them, are desperate to see that they need to win this game, and it's not only a game that is going to be determining them. If Royal loses to Gaddafi this time, then I would say maybe the team is still lacking a lot in there, because this is the time to prove themselves in the home soil at that is Paridi Stadium, and the game will be at 4 p.m. as every other person will be expecting to hear from this very team how exactly they will be performing right there. Remember, today is the 19th of October 2023. We're running down already with a lot of things that are coming right there, so let's wait and see what exactly will be coming, but the two sides need really to make sure that things work out. Let's leave that there. We talked about this lengthy, but in others, so that game is the Busoga that is going to Mbarara City, a game that is going to be a tight one. The two sides also so desperate, by the way. If you look at this, they will be locking horns at Fufa Technical Center in Jeru, and that is where Mbarara is coming. Now, of course, the host, remember, picked their points so far, 3 points so far in 3 games. After that is they have not won any game.
Exactly.
They haven't won any game, but of course, since that day, they haven't won any game, and the day one they lost, remember, was to NEC by 5-0 after, of course, Express also walloped them by 2-0. But from Mbarara City, they are one of the 6 teams that yet to also win a game this season, but of course have lost once against, that is the newly promoted side. I'm talking about NEC Football Club. Now, all that's what is there. So what are we expecting from this game?
Yeah, based on the statistics you have just given, Busoga up against the team of Mbarara City. Mbarara City, just like you have said it, they are yet to win a game, but you look at how they have been performing. Actually, the weight of the teams they have been facing, it has not been an easy side playing a draw with the team that's Vipers, a barren draw. Actually, the last game they played before, actually, we had to break for international games. And also the team that's Busoga, I remember they picked the win against the team of Arua Hill Sports Club, the open game, where of course they managed to beat the team Arua Hill Sports Club. So far 3 games played, only winning 1. That means they have picked 2 defeats in the other 2 games they have played. That means they are also not far away from the relegation zone. And also you talk about the team that's in Mbara City, they are also not far away from the relegation zone. That means the class tonight, every team is looking forward to see that they actually pick the maximum number of points to widen the points gap between themselves and the teams that are already sitting in the relegation zone, or else to see that they close the points gap between themselves and teams that are already sitting in the middle of the table, or else teams that are already leading the table. Because the season has just started, we have not seen so much difference as far as the points are concerned. That means if Mbara City emerges the winners over the team of Busoga, it will take their points tally to that's 5. And if also Busoga wins this one, it will take their points tally to that's 6. And Busoga is a team, the last 2 seasons actually, they have been fighting to see that they avoid the relegation, which of course they have survived. This time they are looking forward to see that this time they need to avoid the relegation earlier and they finish in a better position. Can they be able to do this one? It will depend on how they are going to perform in the upcoming games. And actually the journey had already started. The win they had over the team of Arua Hill Sports Club, losing 2 games back to back, so they need to bounce back from the 2 big defeats they had back to back, and this time pick something against Mbara City. But Mbara City, they are away from home. You know, in African football, home is always a home. It's always very difficult for a team going to the home of the other one and they beat the other one with the hands down. It's going to be a tight one. But Mbara City matches they are away from home. They know that Busoga is a weaker side. They are able, they can be able to do something. But it's going to be a tight one. Any side that's going to be tactical enough, of course, will end up collecting the 3 points. But if they will all possess to be very, very tactical, of course, they will end up sharing the spoil.
Okay, now, of course, a very big one that we're going to be seeing right there. Now, in the same game, that there are going to be a lot of things that will be coming, but we also do have what is called the teams and the people who are going to be in charge of these games. Now, referees have been mentioned to take part in these games right there. A couple of referees, and we're expecting to see that one of the biggest games is the Vipers Sports Club Villa game, which will be at night. That is, I think, tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's Friday. And our own Ingnia William, of course, Soloya, will be doing that. He will be the center referee for this very, very contest that will be coming right there. But after that, you have Chitara that will be taking on KCCA, a game also tomorrow at Masindi. That is going to be a very big game right there. Are we seeing KCCA surpassing this? Are we seeing that is Chitara, because already Trageli is under pressure? It's
true, Trageli is under pressure because 3 games played, not even picking a point, already in the relegation zone. This is something we have not been seeing with the team of Kasasiro Boys before. In the last maybe a decade, we have been watching them, but starting the season in relegation zone. Ironically, this is a foreign coach, a European coach. And I've always been saying that we the Africans, we believe a lot in foreign coaches. We always think that they are the best and they should do something positive for the clubs, the countries they are always managing. But for Sergio Trageli, it has not started very well for him. 3 games, not even a draw. You are conceding goals for fun. That means it's true, the pressure keeps on piling on him. And coming against Chitara, an ambitious side, a newly promoted side, an organized side, and you can see it, you can witness it, you can witness it by seeing that they are on top of the log and they are still unbeaten. A club that's unbeaten, we always want to maintain the unbeaten record. Can they be able to break that one tomorrow is actually what everyone is waiting to see. But coming against a resilient Chitara side, Chitara, of course, and it has been happening. Normal when a very big side, a giant, gets to go down, you always see even the smaller teams always having that priority to see that they pick the maximum number of points against that particular big team that is not performing very well. And I already know Chitara, they having that positive mentality. KCCA, they are a very devastated side. They are not doing well. They can be able to do it against them. But KCCA this time, they will need to prove that Chitara wrong by seeing that they pick something positive against the team of Chitara. In case they will end up to be beaten by Chitara, Chitara tomorrow, the situation may go to may not be favoring their coach. That's Sergio Traguili. But Traguili knows that this is the time for him to prove himself to the fans. This time he can be able to do it, but it's not going to be an easy way.
So
but still,
you think it's going to be a tough one for him, and you think he is going to be, let's say, fired in case things don't go on?
Yeah, the pressure will still continue on him. I don't see him winning against the team of Chitara, because this is a Chitara that's not winning games by mistake. This is a side that is very organized. Each and every time they come and play against a team, you always see guns coming out and they are performing very well. Coming against the team of KCCA, I don't think KCCA this time they will be able to beat the team of Chitara. Maybe the best for them against Chitara will be a draw, because Chitara will want to still maintain themselves as far as the table standing is concerned.
Okay, it's going to be a very big one, and of course a lot of things that are coming. Now, of course, in this very contest, I want to first pause it there before I go to the games that are coming in from the Start Times Uganda Premier League, other games that are going to be there. Yes, there are a couple of games that you're going to be talking about that are doing well. But before I come to, of course, what is coming in there, Chitara, the way they came from off the big league and the rest, it showed something that is going to be happening from this very team, and they have really kept themselves so big to see that things need to work their way. I'm looking at two things. What could be the biggest problem with cases here, and then what exactly has motivated the Chitara team to be on form?
Let me start with the saga which is happening with the team of KCCA. KCCA, one thing I've been looking at as a challenge at the team of KCCA right now is, of course, the players that left the camp. You know, we the Africans, we believe, I still want to repeat my word, foreigners are the best. They went for so many foreign-based players. That is the first thing I looked at as a challenge that is actually failing the team of Kasasiro boys. That is the first thing. The second thing is, of course, KCCA released so many players that have stayed for a longer period of time, so many seasons at the camp of Darcy KCCA, so many of them left, and they went for so many new faces. And you know, when you are still a visitor, you are still a new player into a team, you need time to adapt. That means the team is still trying to restructure themselves, and a foreign coach under so many foreign-based players, of course the team is still restructuring, plus the number of players that of course left the club. That is the first thing, of course, I looked at as a challenge at the team of KCA, and I've actually been repeating this one. You look at the players KCA is having right now. Is there a player they can rely on, more especially in the attacking force? You compare the current squad with the previous squad. At least whenever KCA is playing a team, you will see that at least there are 2 to 3 players, key players, of course, that will be the iconic figures in that particular team, driving the team up front. But of late, they are lacking such kind of players. Now coming to the team of Chitara, ever since the FUFA Big League last season, they have been motivated. Everything was there. Money was not a very big problem at the club. They got everything. Their coach was a very tactical coach. The players, of course, were there. And coming to the league, they were very ambitious. That's why you see the way they are performing. They are not only going to maintain themselves into the league, they have come into the league like a real competitor. That's why at some point I said the league of this season in Uganda will not be the league we have been witnessing in the last few seasons. This is a league whereby you may be expecting a team that has never won the title before. A newcomer might come into the system and win the title, and the team Chitara is trying to show it to the world that they can be able to do it. 9 points already in the 3 games they have played, unbeaten, scoring goals for fun. It shows the ambition, priority that they are not only fighting for relegation, they are not only fighting for maintenance, but they are fighting for the real competition, fighting towards the title.
Okay, now that's one big thing that we're expecting to see from that is the cases here. Maybe they should be giving the vividness. And if it doesn't work well, I'm going to be seeing this coach having an axe on his neck very soon because of 1 or 2 things. That cases here will never want to be like that because they're competing with the URAs. They're competing with the Vipers Sports Club. We thought they were going to fire their head coach, but the head coach remained the Vipers. Instead, they added more names of more Brazilian into the technical team to see that they run the thing. This time around, I think the man has been a little bit patient in the Vipers team. So let's wait and see what exactly will be coming right there. But all in all, I want to say KCCA Football Club has a lot to do via their current squad. They had a lot that they went into the market, tried to invest, but still the boys are not playing, I think, the style that the coach wants them to play. So it is one thing that is affecting them.
Exactly. That is the priority thing which is affecting the team of KCCA. And there is one thing which I actually have been observing with this gaffer, the Traguilis, ever since he came to the team of KCCA. Actually, he has been defending himself, defending the whole team. Once you see him losing a game, I started observing this one right from the internet, the continental games they were taking part in, the Cup Confederations Cup. When they lost that to Absalim, the team that comes from Libya, he believed in himself, he believed in the whole team that they can be able to do it. But coming to the return league, though they tried it, they failed. And after that, he said the focus, of course, turned to the domestic league, the Star Times Uganda Premier League, which he has not done anything in. And of late, we have seen the wrangle taking part into the dressing team and dressing room, and some of the players that have been doing it for the team of KCCA this time, according to the report we have got from the camp of KCCA, they may not feature in the game against Chitara. And Chitara, not a smaller side, as we have just been discussing, a big side. Players like Otsan, the custodian, we talk about Moses Mwaswa, who is a very big snake in the defense line of KCCA, this time being left out just because things are not working. So the pressure, just I want to go with your words, keeps on piling on the man, Traguili. But if he loses the game into the hands of Chitara, we may see this guy packing everything, leaving the camp.
Sometimes you don't fire coaches, they fire themselves because they fear and they just go because of their performance. Remember, some coaches sign, or some contracts are signed based on performance basis. So it's a very, very challenging one right there. Okay, and let's leave that there, but there's a Villa and Sports Club Vipers game that is going to be under floodlights. What are you expecting from this game? A big coach, a CAF, of course, coach. I'm talking about a CAF and a FIFA coach. Not Magogo, but Ingnia Moses Oloya will be doing that to make sure that this game, to show that really it's a game, because it's a high tense game. So he needs to manage it very well. What exactly are you anticipating from the game?
Engineer Moses Oloya has got the experience. I don't think the problem will be coming from the center referee. The problem, of course, will be coming from the tension bit of the game, not managing it from the officials. Actually, you look at these two teams, to me, they have been struggling, both the team of Vipers and the team of Sports Club Villa, based on how they have been performing the few games they have actually played ever since the start of the new season of Star Times Uganda Premier League. To me, these two sides, they have not impressed me at all, comparing it to how they performed the last season. The team of Sports Club Vipers, the recent game actually they played was a barren draw they had with the team of Mbara City. Meanwhile, the team of Sports Club Villa, they did not start the season very well. I remember the first game they played, they lost it into the hands of Chitara. But after that, we saw them bouncing back. And recently, it was a total humiliation they had over the team of NEC FC. NEC FC, also a stubborn side. The two games they played, we thought that they were going to give hard times to the team of Sports Club Villa, but Sports Club Villa, of course, proved most of the people wrong. They managed to score so many goals against the team of NEC FC. That means they are trying to reorganize themselves. Normally we say when a season kickstarts like this, problems are always all over, but after a few games you will really see teams reorganizing themselves. This game to me has come at the right time for the both sides, because the two sides, I don't see any other side as a threat to the other one. Vipers, as I said, they are still restructuring themselves in terms of form. You also talk to the team, you also talk about the team that's a Sports Club Villa. The same thing also applies to them. So it's going to be a tight game rather, but the home advantage will be favoring the team of Vipers, and the game being on the artificial turf, they have ever mastered it so much. So coming against Sports Club Villa, it's going to be a tight one, but Sports Club Villa, I don't think they will go to that St. Mary's Tende and beat them and come back with the 3 points in the bag. I'm
saying a tight game, a tight race. Of course, don't even get surprised to see maybe a draw in this game, because the two sides are rejuvenated. Of course, everything is there. They have Villa has gotten money. They are having the money to see that the boys are motivated. What sometimes kills players is not being motivated and they don't perform to the expectation. But right now they have everything that is needed to see that this gets in there. So I'm expecting a tight game and a very, very convincing game from that is Sports Club Villa against Vipers, and they have everything possible to even get a win at a Vipers Sports Club right there. Yes, Vipers has a good team, but of course you will want to see that Villa, that is also fighting for the top slot, will also have to prove itself with the players right now. So that's one big thing. But of course a tight game also tomorrow, as NEC will be welcoming team UPDF at MTN Omondi Stadium. That will be at KCCA's home ground. Of course, that's the home ground that NEC is using. They can't use coffee grounds in Bugolobi, but they use because it's low to the standards of the Star Times Uganda Premier League. Now the standards, they have to go and hire the KCCA's home ground of Philip Omondi Stadium at Lugogo. That they will be playing a tight contest. I'm seeing again for that is Hussein Malangu's side, because they thought that they couldn't lose, but they lost their game in the recent game. So what do you expect from this game today?
UPDF, they have always been an unpredictable side. The moment you would expect them to win the game, that's when they will disappoint you by either picking the defeat or coming up with a draw. And also the team NEC FC matches, they were demoralized in the last game before we actually had the international break, when they were actually walloped by a certain Sports Club Villa. Will it be the right time for them to recollect themselves from that defeat? That humiliation is actually what people will be looking forward. They have actually opened the eyes of their fans by performing very well in the first two games they played, because being a new team into the Star Times Uganda Premier League, people thought that they were going to struggle a lot, but they have proved most of the football fans wrong, more especially people who follow Ugandan football. They actually started it with the same rapid Chitara started, only that the humiliation they had into the hands of the team Sports Club Villa is what has demoralized them. But it will be a very good thing if they recollect themselves from that defeat they had into the hands of the team, that Sports Club Villa. And at the same time, UPDF are a predictable side, matches losing games back to back, coming against a strong side, and they are going away. I don't think it's going to be very, very possible for them to see that they actually even come back with a mere point. Look at the quality the team of NEC is having. I don't think it will be something easier for UPDF this time, picking something, even a mere point against NEC FC. I am seeing them being beaten in the game.
Give the newcomers some good time, half a season or 10 games. That's when you will know which clubs are always there, how the Uganda Premier League is, and which clubs are able to continue. That's the Ugandan football, I know.
You see, for a newly promoted side, more especially in African football, this time I want to narrow it into Ugandan football. Once they get into the top tier of Ugandan football, the excitement will always be all over. Even if they win one game, maybe the season has just started and they managed to win games back to back, and their priority for every newly promoted side will always to see that they maintain themselves into the league. That's by avoiding relegation. Now having 6 points already shows that they can be able to do it, but the 6 points cannot make them to avoid the relegation. UPDF, they have always been struggling to see that they avoid the relegation. Coming against NEC FC, a newly promoted side, they have given up on avoiding relegation. This time they have taken the angle to another. They have twisted the angle to another thing to see that they finish in a better position based on the number of goals they have been scoring. The team play alone, the fighting spirit alone, shows that they can be able to do it. Coming against UPT, even they have started underrating some of the teams. They have started knowing that valuing some of the teams, the strength of some of the teams, knowing that if they face a Hill, if they face Gaddafi, if they come against Busoga, maybe they compare it with the weight of the other teams like Vipers. They know that they can be able to do it. That's why I've given my prediction based on the weight of these two teams, saying that NEC this time they will do it against the team of UPDF.
All right, now that's a very big one. Let's wait and see how exactly that would be for the two sides. But of course, tomorrow still there's one big game. That is their Bull taking on Maroons Football Club, a game that will be at Technical Center Njeru. That's where Bull hosts their game. And of course, the turf is an old one. Fufa needs to think about that anyway.
These two teams, they're having two things to fight for tomorrow. Knowing that Tara is having a very big game against KCCA, anytime they may end up to be beaten by the team of KCCA. Chitara at the same time, they want to maintain the unbeaten record. The two teams that are clashing tomorrow, the Bull FC and the Maroons, they are still unbeaten. And the Bull, of course, they are having 9 points to themselves. It's only the goal difference, the positive they are having, that is differentiating them with the Chitara sitting second on the log. Meanwhile, Maroons, they already having 7 points, still unbeaten. They have only dropped 2 points, knowing that Maroons, if they beat Bull FC, they will go to that 10 points. In case the team of Chitara gets to be beaten, always plays a draw, it will still keep them in the race. Meanwhile, Bull FC, if they win it, it will take them to that 12 points. They will still be on top of the log. In case the team of Chitara slip points into the hands of KC, it's going to be a tight one. I want to be surprised if this game will actually end in a draw. But the way I am seeing Maroons, Matthias Bull FC is a very technical side, a very tough side. Maroons, to me, they have an upper hand in this particular game.
All right, let's wait and see what exactly will be coming right there. But with the Uganda Premier League, that's where we are going to be stopping, and we shall be getting to the start times. Now it's called the Big League, yeah. We shall be coming to some of those games, though they will be coming in the due course of the week also. Weekend, right there, a couple of games that will be coming right there. But we're taking a break. When we come back, we shall be giving you more of the big stories from all other angles that will be taking place right here with what is in our country, and of course outside the country, in the diaspora. We'll be giving you more of the stories that will be coming. Now, of course, those who following from that is the Twitter, and of course our YouTube, our Facebook, you can always drop your comments and leave it right there for more of the stories. And for those